page Tov Kuf Lamed Aleph. That's what I have it marked. So he says, huh?
Because we did the Rambam and stuff to kind of base.
You're absolutely right. That's one of the problems. That was 8, so I didn't really mark where it was. Where do you have us at? Oh, we went through Kiyam Aguf Ba'alef Ashvi. That one?
Yeah.
Let's go there anyway. So he says, what's going to happen to your body in the seventh millennia? So I don't think I really appreciated what the Rambam says because he's standing alone on this. But okay, so he has a different direction, obviously, than the Mekubalim. Amnam Afshin is bar the das Rishainim Sha'olam Agashvi Yechara V'Kapashuta. So everybody seems to think that's what it is, but Aleph Hashivi, that the world is going to be destroyed. Im Kol Zech V'Lo Yizbata La'olam B'Tzias L'Gami, but it won't be completely and totally eliminated. Ki Adayim Yisha'arahu Ba'olam Eilach Tzadikim. Now we saw some of this, and let's go back again. These are important words. Who's going to still be in the world? The tzaddikim they came back to life in the Techiyas Mesim. And they will be there, and they will be there in bodily form. Now there's a kaftes on this. I don't know if I didn't look at it, so I don't know what's in it. So I'll read on, and maybe we'll come back. Look at Gemara. Says the Gemara over here in Sanhedrin. He says that this is the language. Tana B'Eliyahu tzadikim she'aseh the Kodesh Baruch Hu lahachiyosam. Ein chosechem la'afram. They don't go back into the dust again. That sounds like they're going to live forever. Shene'ember yichi v'hoya anishar b'tzion. So that you had the remnant was left over, for Batzion, and then another language of the same idea of the in Yerushalayim, Kadosh. So here we're talking about, what's the first part? He says, Batzion, Tzion Yerushalayim, Ma Kadosh Olam Kayim, Avheim, La'olam Kaim. So just like Kedusha is always going to be there, just like these are all going to be there too. V'im tomer osim shnaim b'oshanim she'asi the Kodesh Baruch Hu l'chadesh b'hem es alamos. So those 12 osim shon, those years that he's going to Kodesh Baruch Hu l'chadesh b'hem es alamo. But with it now, the world is going to become renewed. She'ne'ema b'nizka b'shem levado b'yomahu, because that's what that means. He's going to be, I'm not sure what it means. He said, what was the first part? He says, also in Shanim Sha'asa the Kodesh Baruch Hu L'chadesh B'chem Es Olamos. So those years, their time periods. Shenema V'nizka V'shem L'vado B'yom Ha'hu. Tzadikim Ma'chem Oisim, what are the tzadikim doing then? He says, a Kodesh Baruch Hu Osa Dechem Kanfayim, he makes them wings, Kanisharim, like eagles. And they fly over the water. So he said, will not be seen what in the physicality of the earth. B'mot harim, I don't know, b'leiv yamim, in the heart of the sea. Adkan. Rashi explains this pasuk, and he says, "The osim shanim she'asa the Kodesh Baruch l'chadesh as olama." Where's this Gemara? He says it's in Tillim with a pirush on Rashi here. He says, "The osim shanim she'asa the Kodesh Baruch l'chadesh as olama." V'yia olam zera b'charav elef shanim. So he said that you're going to see that the world could be nullified or destroyed, and that for 1,000 years. Osim tzadikim. So where are the tzaddikim going to be during this time period? Because they're not in the earth. So what does that mean? In other words, they don't have the bodies to begin with. That's what I think. So they're not going to be seen, right, in the earth. Keshemachlif HaKodesh Baruch Hu as the Aretz, when Hashem switches the land around, Lo Nira, they're not going to be there. The Visha, Sha'ana Belev Yomim, where are we? We're in that metaphor, they're in the heart of the sea. What does that mean? So he says, so he didn't answer it in simple language. He says, Ramban, B'Torah Ha'adam B'Shar Ha'gamul. He says, like the Hainach Yesha'arach on the Shamba Begufin, when the bodies remain in their bodies, Yesha'ara, that they will remain in their bodies, El Yizgaver Koach and the Shama Alaguf, but the power of the Shama will take over the body. So he says, Kodesh Baruch Hu Osa Dechem Kanfayim Vahim Shatin Abenechamayim. Now, Mayim, I'm just trying to understand the metaphors here. They're flying now. They have these wings, and they're able to fly over water. Water's chesed, maybe that's what it means. I don't know. Pirish HaKanfayim Levishas Anefesh Malachos. Malachus. Bibechinas Malach. So he says, what Hakanfayim? What's the concept of Kanfayim? It's the clothing of the soul. I don't know, with Malachim, Bibechinas Malach. V'hislavish agufimo, so that the body will be clothed with it. V'shulot hizbato bebitul yisodos. So when the other yisodos, I guess it's the armor, are all nullified, this part won't be. Now this is very difficult I can read it again. I will see what he's going to say. So he says, after they come back to life, Yehei lechem olam Shakula Aruch Kolomar, so they're going to be a different world when they come back to it. Back to it. An oilam which is Kulish Aruch Kolomar. It's lengthy, or it's I don't know what he means by Aruch. That's what he means. He says it's not going back to the concept of dust anymore. That's why I was thinking that the metaphor, it's just difficult to work out that metaphor, what he meant about flying over the water, and the Manawi saying that, how does that happen? Because the concept of the malach enters into them. That's the wings kind of concept. But, malachim are in the olamos of Yetzirah, or Bria. And here we're talking about people. But then he comes back. Maybe we have to go back again. You see where it says the brackets, it says Bediluk. So he says over here, just very few, little time there. The Kodesh Baruch Hu also laham kanfayim, they makes them wings, aim shatin up in Amayim, then they fly over the water. Pirish, and so let me explain it. Hakanfayim, the vicious hanefesh b'malachos, is that the nefesh of the malachos, the vicious hanefesh malachos. The nefesh is clothed in malachos. Bibechinas malach. So a person like a malach, because now, not just being flesh and blood, but he has this direct relationship with Olam Yetzirah. So the slavish agufi, then it's clothed inside the bus with it. So when everything else stops, when the armor stops, then this is not going to be stopped. Going to have for them a world that's all aruch. What's aruch mean? It's not going to go back to dust anymore. It's going to be aruch instead. Because the kiyum of the body will be equal. The kiyum of nefesh and what happens is, you got to go through that sequence. He says the body is going to be sustained by the nefesh. That's why I translate it. And what sustains the nefesh? But his yachad b'das elyon, the fact that it's able to make a yichud with the upper das. So I'm not sure of that which is caused to be alive. It will be alive. But as a result of what? It's going to be a oneness there. Okay, we'll do it again. We'll try it again. Okay, that was very, very deep. Trying to work it around. and we'll see where it goes.